Hi, my name is Bree Stallings, and I am a professional artist, muralist, and illustrator living and working in Charlotte, North Carolina. In addition to my art practice, I serve as the Mecklenburg County Health Department's artist in residence, a consultant for the Arts Empowerment Project, and an exhibiting and teaching artist for the Harvey B. Gantt Center for African American Arts and Culture. I actually grew up less than a mile from where I live now, partially with my grandparents and partially in a suburb of Charlotte called Gastonia. Here's a picture of the house I grew up in that I found on Google Earth. There are men on the roof because we had a major leak in our house for as long as I can remember. When it rained, it was my responsibility to put the buckets out to prevent the water from further damaging the floors. We were not wealthy people by any means, and I grew up knowing the value of a laundry line, a hard day's work, and sometimes showering in the dark until the power gets turned back on. The men in this picture are fixing the roof because the house is trying to be salvaged to be sold. You see, after the economy dip in the early 2000s, my dad lost his job, and one thing dominoed into the next, and on my 21st birthday, we lost my childhood home to foreclosure. While that was happening, I was in college at a small, expensive private university, Queens, and on a school-sponsored trip to South Africa. Even though I felt like an oddity to be experiencing this kind of situation at such a rich school, it helped to put my situation into perspective. When I got back, I developed a show called Modern Poverty and invited artists from all over the world to display work about their interactions in and around poverty. That was the beginning of what catapulted my art career. Growing up, I was never discouraged from being an artist. My mom is a painter, and I grew up watching her in awe as she would make miracles on canvas, even at one point carving out space in her closet to paint, surrounded by winter coats and illuminated by a single lamp. Her father, my grandfather, Jack Sexton, is a renowned regional potter and ceramicist. I spent a lot of my time in his studio as a child, and he would pay me 25 cents to put handles on coffee mugs. Unfortunately, neither my mom nor I would inherit the desire to be potters. We cared about our nails too much. But I grew up seeing that not only art was essential to life, but you can make a living out of it. My grandmother, Kumiko, from Japan, helped to raise me, and she influenced me in a lot of ways. Being white passing, but being raised by women of color really shaped my experiences through the world, especially as I saw how differently I was treated and the privilege I had that my grandmother and mother were not afforded. A lot of this has fueled my current work, where I'm exploring themes around race, privilege, and class through installation, intense space-making, and radical empathy. I am ever inspired by truth, both conscious and subconscious, and identity, both personal and communal. Though art is my vehicle, my passion and gifts lie in connecting people and facilitating a space for articulation and storytelling with those around me. So I hope to continue that good work and to meet you all and to continue the conversation. Thank you for your time and consideration.